Hi guys, this is Gnimsh and this is a short vlog because I just finished grinding to Legend in 3 days. So as you can see, I got Legend rank, which is, well, it's not that impressive to get Legend, but the thing is that I did it in 3 days basically. So I don't know if you were actually following my social media, but if you did, you know that on Monday I returned at around 4 p.m. back home, and I actually was kind of pissed because on Reddit there was a thread about the casters, and some of the people said that they just want me to get to rank 5, and I was like thinking, like, seriously guys, like, you think I can't get to rank 5 or whatever? So I realized that, hey, I have like 3 days, 3.5 days maybe, if I start grinding right now. So let's challenge ourselves and let's try to get to top 100. As you can see, I didn't manage to get to top 100 because right now the season ends, but I did get Legend, and I felt like I would share it to you, but basically because the knowledge that I got through the grinding, well, it's not that amazing, but basically maybe we'll use it for next season, which starts in 1 hour from the time when I'm recording it. So let's look at the decks basically. So those are the I have the band here because I was playing the GeForce tournament, but I started mostly with Zoo, I believe. So there's a lot of versions with the Zoo from rank 16. It's from rank 16 to Legend in 3 days, right? So I was playing a bit of Zoo, and this is the list I really like. I've seen, like, this is not the most popular list. Like, going through ladder, mostly I've been facing the Sea Giant list. So Sea Giant is the most popular one, but from rank 16 to let's say like rank 9, this list was really working for me. It was like super fast. Was able to catch people off guard, and just using the Brown Bronzebeard and Dark Iron Dwarf. So this list was really good. Overall, I think if you want to get to Legend with the Zoo, the Sea Giant version is a bit better. Sea Giants are always nice and easy to grab the games and catch them. Druid list. So I favor on ladder. I favor the Living Roots list, which is basically double Arcane, double Azure Drake, Living Roots. It's really good versus aggro decks as well. I would actually think about the second Aspirant because right now there's like so many aggro decks, but a lot of Contra Warriors as well. Actually, I faced a lot of Contra Warriors myself. So that was the Druid deck. Then I haven't played any Paladin. Like, this is the list I'm favoring at the very moment. Which is basically without Repentance and without what else we're not running here? Like, basically one Redemption, double Avenge, one Coghammer, True Silver Champion. Actually, like, I think if I would be playing ladder at the very moment, I'd probably play double Coghammer version. It's always important to like try to adjust and see what people are playing at the very moment. Like, there are tiers on when you grind. Like, when you start rank 16, probably doesn't matter. From rank 16 to rank 12, it's like, play whatever you want, whatever is solid, because the players they will play like different things, like, especially at the end of the season. Like, the start of the season will probably be similar to rank 5 to rank 1 or like Legend games, because there's a lot of pro players and great players just taking their best decks. But Paladin is really solid. Warrior was the deck because I got stuck with the Zoo and the Druid. I got stuck at rank 12 to 10. I was like going to 10 and going back to 11, and I couldn't push. So I felt like I need a deck that's good versus Zoo, that's good versus Paladin. There's a lot of Paladin. Later in the day there was not enough Paladin, but later in the day there was a lot of... So like, basically around rank 10, 8, 12, there's a lot of Paladin decks. And from rank 5 to Legend, there weren't that many Paladin decks. But because there's like a lot of Paladins around rank 5 and rank 8, I'll definitely tell you that Patron is the deck to play. I played the version, this is Crane Patron version, I believe, with Corkrons and Finley. And like, I like it. I really like it. Corkrons were giving me extra burst. There's one Dread Corsair. I think the version with Piloted Treasures is fine as well. You don't have to play Finley, like, if you don't have Finley. You can play like Shredders instead of Corkrons, maybe play double Dread Corsair. I think Patron overall is just a good deck to counter the metagame around like rank 8, rank 5, when you face a lot of those aggro decks like Zoo, like Paladin. Even Druid is really popular. Like, Druid wasn't that popular later, so this is definitely a good list. Then Mali Rogue, I basically picked it up to test it, to see like how it works, because I've seen Dog doing really well with it. I know Naria was playing with it all the time as well, and I was surprised how fun this deck is. It's really strong and it's super fun. There's a lot of early removal like a Rogue deck, but it's different than Oil. Like, here it's tempo is important as usual, but then it's less important that, let's say, oil rogue. Like, you definitely need to think about damage thresholds and get the guys to certain levels with HP to finish with the combos. And you have so many different finishers, because early game is the usual for the rogue, but now we have Shiv as well to maybe deal some damage. You need to plan for big gadgets and turns. You have gadgets to refill. It was so cool to like play my golden gadgets as well. Like, it was really fun. And Malygos, I love the card. Just finishing people with Malygos combos. And you don't even need Torison that much. I mean, Torison is good because if you have, let's say, Eviscerate in your hand, or maybe Malygos, or even Sinister Strike, you'll be able to reduce the cost. But I think many games I just didn't even have Torison. I never drew Torison, and I was still able to finish with Malygos, because Malygos Sinister Strike is 10 mana. You can always do it, no problem, right? Preparation, Eviscerate, and again, like, you don't need Torison there. So I was even thinking about cutting Torison, but then Torison is just too good. It's, when you play Torison, they have to kill it, and Torison can give you like a good gadgets in turn as well. Like, when you basically have gadgets on, and you have some spells, but you don't have money, you need to rush, or like even after gadgets on, you stun Torison, and they still have to kill it. The best and my favorite card, I think, is Tomb Pillager. Tomb Pillager, you coin it on 3, and then on 4 it gives you the coin back passively because they kill it, and you can coin a 5-drop. So it's like, it's really accelerating your... And if they don't kill it, great, just connect 5 to face, or kill something. So Tomb Pillager was really surprising and super fun to play. Really cool card. And also you have Edwin, so like, I finished a lot of games with just 10-10 Edwin or 6-6 Edwin. Always great, always great. Really good deck. Definitely recommend it, especially if you like Malygos and you like different kind of approach to the deck. And the big deck is Aggro Shaman. Aggro Shaman, a lot of people are saying it's cancer. Might be because it's an aggressive deck, but I was surprised as well, like how many strategies there are here, and how many different openings, and how it differs in matchup to matchup what you want to have. Like, obviously Talon Shrog or Talon Golem are the cards, right? But some matchups I actually keep Doomhammer in your opening hand versus Control, mostly like versus Priest versus Control Warrior, versus Zoo you might keep Doomhammer depending on your opening hand. So I've been winning, I've been winning a really surprising amount of games with this deck, and I've been going through decks which are bad matchups. So like this version, I really liked it, and I was thinking if I'm playing 1 Horse Rider and 1 Stalker, and I really like the synergies there, because I think you need like 2 Horse Riders would be too much, but then like 2 Stalkers is again too much, or a bit too much if I'm not playing Flame Tongue. So Stalker was good because it's something, then it's another 2-drop to fit your curve. Like after Total Golem on turn 3 you play a 2-drop. So it was really, really nice. And like both Stalker and Argent Horse Rider, in a way they work with Abusive Sergeant. So if they clear your board, like it's really hard to kill the Stalker. It's really hard to, like, Argent Horse Rider can just charge from face. Finley, obviously perfect, but I think MVP of this deck was just Totem Golem versus most decks. You just play Totem Golem, it's so hard to kill it. So hard to kill it. This overload for 1 doesn't pain you that much, and Totem Golem just like Fireworks doesn't kill it, and like many things just do not kill it. But yeah, like it did curse the Doomhammer. So this deck was amazing, and let's see the stats. Let's see the stats that I had. So those are the stats, guys, and if we look at the stats, just give me a second. All right, I got them. So those stats are not fully accurate because I've played some games on my tablet, mostly Shaman games, and yesterday because I was playing with Vinya, like Vinya was with me, and we were playing and we were having a lot of fun. Really enjoyable experience overall, just getting from rank 16 to Legend in 3 days. But we got from rank 6 and 5 stars to rank 3 0 stars with the Shaman yesterday from tablet. So those games are missing. Overall, if you look at the stats, they don't look that great. It's like the win rate is not the best, but it means like I've played around 300 games, or like 280 games or something the last 3 days. Well, that's a lot of Hearthstone, but I enjoyed every one bit of it. So those are the stats overall, but the interesting stats, I think, are the stats for the Shaman deck. So if we look at the Shaman deck, those are exclusively Shaman stats at the very moment. And if we look at it, we can see that Druid was the toughest. Like, Druid was really tough, and I'm still trying to figure out the Druid matchup, but with Innervate, with Wild Growth, it's Living Roots, like the standard Druid list. I have to say that Druid is has a good matchup versus Shaman, which is quite weird because before I would not be able to say that exactly, but I think this matchup is actually good for Druid. It's really hard to win, and I did make a couple of mistakes when I was playing this matchup, but it's not even like mistakes. It's just like you play around Ancient of Lore and then they play Ancient of War, and then you're like you die, or like you play versus Ancient of War and they play Lore, like some weird things, right? Or like you play versus both of them and then they play Lotheb and they kill you. So like a lot of weird things happen around turn 7 in the Druid matchup. Hunter is quite straightforward. 60% is like only 5 games, but Hunters are okay. The games I lost are really close. Actually, like games versus Hunter and Shaman are really close all the time. It's they're actually amazing. Like when you play those aggro matchups, this is like the first 3 turns, they decide almost everything, and then like there's so many decisions you have to make. Like when you trade, when you go for phase, like some matchups are super easy. Like even control matchups versus control warrior, straightforward. You just go phase as much as possible, and they do everything in their power to kill your board. So just like from Shaman's perspective, it's really easy. But Hunter and Shaman mirror matches almost, because like both phase decks, like okay, Hunter is actually not a super phase deck because they play Houndmasters now mostly, but the fact that when can you trade and when can you really go phase, it makes it super on edge. Like you can die every time, like every moment. Mages, I faced actually like Tempo Mage is really good matchup overall, and then Freeze Mage, I think I've lost. I haven't lost to Freeze Mage. I think the both losses I have are versus Reno Mage. Basically just one Reno Mage going on turn 6 like double Molten Reno, and then another Reno Mage just going one Molten Reno on 6 again. And this is where I lose. But like one match I actually lost. I think I have 1 versus 1 Reno Mage. I just dealt like 52 damage that game. I basically got him to 8, he Reno'd, and then I just killed him. 52 damage one game. This deck is just great. Shaman is really cool. I will probably make a guide about it. Like a lot of people will hate me, but well, seriously, fuck those people. Like this deck is a really good deck, and it's a valid aggro deck. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I think people should try it. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy to play, especially to make like those win rates. I've played versus Rogue. Wow, there's only one Rogue here, but yesterday I played versus many Rogues. Like Rogue is the dream matchup. You just kill Rogue every time. If you lose to Rogue, it's really tough to lose to Rogue because they have just nothing. And when I was playing Malygos Rogue, I think my win rate versus Shaman was like 0%. Basically, it's so hard to win versus Shaman. He just goes for phase, and you just cannot stop him. That's it. Like even if you play Belcher or Healbot, it's not enough. Just he still has enough. Like if I can, as a Shaman, if I can go like through a Reno Mage that played Reno, like 52 damage, or like Warlocks. Priest. I would like, if you would ask me before playing this, I would say Priest is a bad matchup, but after playing versus Priest, like, you just need to draw cards. Like, you play this like Priest, Contra Warrior, Reno, well, with Mage and Warlock it's hard to say, but like when I face Priest and Warrior, I always play the same way. Like, I play versus Control, so I'm trying to have the best opening, but then like, Ancestral Knowledge is great. I know that I need to win those games with Doomhammer, Rockbiter, so I do not use Rockbiter early. I just keep it for Doomhammer. I Ancestral Knowledge as much as possible. Draw cards, take even life tap with Finley to have like more cards, because they will run out of cards and you will not if you have enough draw. So this is why my win rate versus those decks is so high. Same with against Warrior. Like I've played versus Control and Patreon a lot of times. Like both of them, I think half and half. As you can see, like there's a lot of Warriors on other at the very moment, but I'm just killing them, and sometimes they stabilize and then you lose, but most of the time you just have enough damage. Like, and it's like those games are quite sad, like honestly, guys, because the warrior's trying to do everything in their power to kill your board, and you just like replenish. You have to play smart, obviously. Never overextend to like revenge and play around brawl, and do not play around brawl at some point. Like you need to feel it when depending on what they play. Like you need to just have the feel if they have the brawl or not, like if they have removal. So do you play this extra Leper Gnome, or do you keep your Leper Gnome in hand to be able to play it after it's everything's getting removed? So you need to get the feel to that, like how to deal with Death Lords, because both decks play Death Lords. But if you get that, you actually start winning versus those decks suddenly. And Druid, whatever you do, like you lose versus Druids. Warlock is like awkward. I think I have an even at 50-50 or even like a positive win rate versus Zeus. But then like Reno Lux, Yeah, Reno locks are kind of tough. Depends. Like I think Warlock is fine. Like I would say it's a bad matchup because Zoo can basically just stop your burn. Well, not really burn, like, but it can stop it with Defender Vargas. So Zoo has a lot of tools, but I've won a lot of games against Zoo just like overpowering them early on board. Or I was like winning versus them and then suddenly implosion for 4 and it changes. Or I have a kill and they play Lothep. So like Zoo has also, like Zoo is really similar to Druid in a way that I think like overall if I would play 100 games versus Zeus, like I would probably be behind. Like maybe 40%. I think 40% is accurate actually for this matchup. And then I just suck in the Shaman Mirrors apparently. I think it's more of a, well, it's definitely a 50-50, but I've lost more than I wanted. I think like some of them did not get recorded. So those are the stats, and I think yep, that's basically it on the decks, and it was a great experience, a very cool deck, and good luck to you guys grinding the next season. So sorry about no content, but obviously like just playing so many matches, like 300 Hearthstone games in the last 3 days, I wasn't able to record anything. So we again skipped the 10 top 10 lore facts video on Friday. I wasn't able to record it, and tomorrow we are going to Vinya's parents, so we will spend there some days there, and we'll be back on Sunday. So when we are back on Sunday, on Monday we'll start recording stuff, and the channel will revive on Monday with new content, new stuff, maybe an aggro shaman deck guide. So yeah, that's it. Like, and I obviously no camera because I look like shit after 3 games of playing non-stop. But I will return in the future. So thank you so much for staying with the channel. I hope this helps you with the new season, with the grinds, and finally some constructed content, hey? Right? Have I showed you everything? I think I've showed you everything. Alright guys, so again, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video in a couple of days. Hopefully on Monday. On Monday, okay, I promise. On Monday we'll have a video. 100%. Monday video will be there. Cheers.